Welcome to Captured Content with our Top 5 series. Today we are looking into Top 5 must-see places to visit in London. And without taking any longer, let's get into this list. At number 5 we have the Greenwich Royal Observatory. The Royal Observatory, Greenwich, ROG, is an observatory situated on a hill in Greenwich Park, overlooking the River Thames. It played a major role in the history of astronomy and navigation, but nowadays, the Royal Observatory attracts visitors because of the prime meridian that passes through it. The Royal Observatory was founded in the 1670s by King Charles II, who recognized the importance of developing better naval navigation systems for the country's sea traders and explorers. The Greenwich Time Ball, atop Flamsteed House, was first used in 1833, allowing ships' captains to accurately set the chronometers before they set sail. Since 1884, Greenwich has been where 0 degrees longitude is marked. At the Royal Observatory you can stand astride the prime meridian, as it is known, meaning you have one foot in the eastern hemisphere and the other in the western one. The Royal Observatory is part of Royal Museums Greenwich, and while you're here, you can also visit the Peter Harrison Planetarium, Cutty Sark, the National Maritime Museum and the Queen's House, and take in the sights of historic Greenwich. The view from the Royal Observatory is one of the best in London, taking in the historic architecture of Greenwich, the Thames, the city and beyond. But to enjoy the view, you will have to earn it by taking a 13-minute walk from the National Maritime Museum, up a steep hill in Greenwich Park. At number 4 we have the Warner Brothers Studios, the making of Harry Potter. Warner Brothers Studios, Leavesden is an 80-hectare studio complex in Leavesden in Hertfordshire, in southeast England. The studios were all converted from an aircraft factory and airfield called Leavesden Aerodrome, a centre of British aircraft production during World War II. It is one of only a few places in the UK where large-scale film productions can be made. Since acquiring the site, it has opened a public attraction called The Making of Harry Potter, which receives over 6,000 visitors a day at peak times, all whilst the site maintains a secure studio space within the same complex. As the books were still being released while the films were being made, the production crew saved many of the iconic sets, props and costumes that were created especially for the films, just in case they were ever needed later on in the series. Once filming wrapped on Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 2 in 2010, the production crew was left with a treasure trove of thousands of intricate and beautifully made artifacts, many of which wouldn't have been saved on a typical production. The team wanted to preserve and showcase these iconic props, costumes and sets so that Harry Potter fans could experience the magic of filmmaking firsthand. Set adjacent to the working film studios where all 8 Harry Potter films were made, the studio tour offers visitors the unique opportunity to explore 2 soundstages and a backlit filled with original sets, animatronic creatures and breathtaking special effects. At number 3 we have the Shard. The Shard is a 95-story supertall skyscraper, designed by the Italian architect Renzo Piano. Standing 309.6 meters high, the Shard is the tallest building in the United Kingdom, and the 6th tallest building in Europe. It has 11,000 glass panels. The area of the glass facade is 56,000 square meters or 602,779 square feet, which equals 8 football pitches. There are 44 lifts, including double-decker lifts, and 306 flights of stairs. There are 72 habitable floors. A further 15 levels will make up the spire. 6 have the potential to be used, while another 9 are exposed to the elements. It hosts what might just be the ultimate penthouse. The enormous apartment is 224 meters high, covers 2 floors, has been compared in size to a 7-bedroom mansion and has a reported price tag of £50 million, US $77 million. The viewing platform is actually 3 floors. The viewing area is on floors 68, 69 and 72. Floor 69 hosts interactive telescopes, while floor 72 is open to the elements. The standard ticket for adults is £25 when booked online, and it can go up to £40 for the premium ticket. But if you fancy a free stunning view, you can consider visiting the Sky Garden, which is a 38-story building standing at 160 meters (525 feet) tall. The entrance floor and 34 floors of office space are topped by a large viewing deck. Bar and restaurants are included on the 35th, 36th and 37th floors. At the top of the tower is the Sky Garden, set over floors 35, 36 and 37, offering uninterrupted views across London, completely free to the public to frolic and roam around. The catch: due to a high number of expected visitors, bookings are encouraged to be made far in advance. At number 2 we have Trafalgar Square. Trafalgar Square is a public square in the city of Westminster, central London. Its name commemorates the Battle of Trafalgar, the British naval victory in the Napoleonic Wars over France and Spain that took place on 21 October 1805 off the coast of Cape Trafalgar. The square has been used for community gatherings and political demonstrations, including Bloody Sunday in 1887, the culmination of the First Aldermaston March, anti-war protests, and campaigns against climate change. A Christmas tree has been donated to the square by Norway since 1947 and is erected for 12 days before and after Christmas Day. The square is a center of annual celebrations on New Year's Eve. Trafalgar Square used to be famous as a home for thousands of feral pigeons. A popular activity was to feed them, but this made him even more of a pest. So, in 2003 then London Mayor Ken Livingstone declared war on the pigeons and banned feeding them. Slowly, the square began to depopulate and now it's pretty much pigeon-free. The centerpiece of Trafalgar Square is Nelson's Column, which was built to honor Admiral Horatio Nelson, who led the British to victory at the Battle of Trafalgar. And finally at number 1 we have St. Paul's Cathedral. St. Paul's Cathedral, London, is an Anglican cathedral, the seat of the Bishop of London and the mother church of the Diocese of London. The cathedral is one of the most famous and most recognizable sights of London. Its dome, framed by the spires of Wren's city churches, has dominated the skyline for over 300 years. At 365 feet 111 meters high, it was the tallest and largest building in London from 1710 to 1967. The dome is among the highest in the world. The stunning Whispering Gallery in St. Paul's Cathedral attracts visitors from all over the world. It is 30 meters up from ground level and tourists have to climb 257 steps to gain access to the gallery. The gallery gained its name because of a quirk in the architecture that means you can whisper on one side of the dome and be heard by someone on the opposite side. When you get there, try it for yourself with a friend and see how quietly you can whisper to one another from the opposite sides. Depicted in artworks by famed artists, St. Paul's Cathedral has been a source of artistic inspiration since its construction. The cathedral has also been featured in movies. Lawrence of Arabia, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Sherlock Holmes and Thor, The Dark World show the monument in all its glory. There's no better proof that it's an instantly recognizable icon of British heritage. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing